Hi everyone, my name is Michael. I'm your ServiceMonster trainer, and we're going to show you how to use the mobile app for your administrators and managers. So when you log into the mobile app, this is the view you're going to see. So starting off right at the top, you have your search window right here. So you can go ahead and type in a customer's name. It's going to automatically start searching your data. And so when we look through your database, we're going to see any accounts that match the information you typed in. We'll also see any site locations that match. So if you typed in an address, it's going to show you those matching addresses. Or if you typed in an order number, it's going to show you any matching order numbers. So your search right at the very top, quick way to find your customers. So if you have somebody standing in front of you, you're having a quick chat, you can really quick pull up their account. Down below this right here, you can see you have some quick access to how the company is growing on a month-to-month basis. So, how much have you brought in this month? What's the status of your orders? And then, compare your data month to month. But a lot of you are where you can create your account. Here's where you can create your order. Where's the schedule at? And the schedule is right down here. So you can click back and forth between the home page with all your main options and the schedule itself really easily. Now that we're on the schedule, let's go ahead and take a quick look at this and we'll show you how to book a job as well. Starting at the very top, this is where you can choose the date so you can move back and forward in time as you need. Any days that have a dot underneath them indicate that there was work scheduled on that day. Over here, you can choose your day view, and here you can choose your main view. So for example, you can choose to look at a daily route breakdown, and here's where you can choose which route you're looking at. You can also come up here and choose a weekly route view to see all the jobs scheduled for it. You can go to a monthly view to see everything scheduled for this month. And again, anything with a dot indicates there is a job scheduled on that day. Or you can go to the agenda view, which is going to show you just what you have on the plate for today. So really easy to switch back and forth between your routes and see what they have scheduled. Now let's go ahead and show you how simple it is to book a new job. So I'm going to switch this just to the month view so you can see what days you have something scheduled, or you can be on the week view. So again, you can see what days you have appointments already made. And a customer calls in, so you can come right here to this little plus and you can create a new job for that customer. And jobs are going to be your estimates or your work orders, your billable work. Or you can go ahead and create a new activity, which is just non-billable work you might need to perform. But let's create a new job. So let's click on that button. Here at the very top is where you can choose what day and time you're going to be going on site. So let's go ahead and set this for, let's say, next Monday. So we can change it to the Monday the 2nd. And then as soon as you hit OK on the date, it's going to give you this little rotary wheel. And so this is based on the 24-hour clock. So AM is outside track and PM is inside track. So 3 p.m., 3 a.m. So let's set this for, let's say 3:30. So we'll set it for 15 and then 30 hours. And hit OK. And that's how you set your day and time. Down below, type in your customer's name. If you have any customers that match, you're going to see little placards down below showing you the matching customers. Just slide side to side to see all of them. Go ahead and click on the correct one. Now you can see the customer's information automatically fills in. If this was a brand new customer, then of course put in their name, their last name, their phone number, etc., and fill it out, and we'll create a new account. Since this is an existing customer, then it's going to also show you any multiple location sites that this customer has. So you can easily choose among different addresses. Down below, how long do you think that this job should take you once you get there? Under lead source type, this is where you can choose if this was an account referral, you can select account and see a list of all your customers and go ahead and choose which customer gave the referral. Or you can go ahead and choose campaign and type in, like, let's say, for example, Google, and select which campaign brought the customer in. Under job tech note, these are notes for your field techs on the day of the job. These are for your staff's eyes only. Client cannot read these. So let's say, for example, there's a gate code, or maybe key is under a rock, that type of thing. Go ahead and document that information and then click Save to lock it down. And now we've just booked a simple job and put it on the schedule for Monday, December 2nd. And we can see that right here. If we wanted to go ahead and come in and add any extra information to it, then we can click on it right here. Now, let's say, for example, this is a quick estimate. So right here you can see nothing has been filled in. But if you're talking any pricing information with this customer, then you can come down here and enter your line items to document them. So go ahead and click on Add Line Item, and this is where you can see your price list to enter in all the services that this customer wants. So starting off here, you have anything that you've marked as a favorite. Those are your most frequently used services. Or you can choose all to see a list of all your services, and you can just scroll up and down between them. You can also see your package and your products and services all listed here individually. And let's say, for example, this customer wants multiple services. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull up two generic services that I created, and you can see I have Service 1 and Service 2. This one charges $150 for, for whatever work you're doing. It's a fixed rate, and this one charges 54 cents per, per square foot, square inch, square mile, linear foot. Basically, it's going to be, a per square something, or per linear pricing. So let's go ahead and add both of those to the order. The way to add multiple items is just click on multi-add, and then you can choose how many of each service you want to add. So just click and you can add multiple, and then use the checkbox to add them to the order. And now at this point, this is a filled out estimate. It's on the schedule, ready for us to go out and do the work. So let's go ahead and imagine that it's the day of the estimate. Let's go ahead and fast forward through time. And it's now December 2nd. You're going to get to the customer site, and you're going to go ahead and take a look at the various information available to you. So if you need to remind yourself where this customer is at, you can click on the map, and that's going to go ahead and give you a simple Google route to take you right to their location. Go ahead and use your back arrow to come back to the main screen. Click right here on the customer's name, and that's going to take you into their account detail. So one thing I do want to show you is on any screen, you're going to have this little, well, not any screen, but a lot of screens, you're going to have this little pencil icon. And this little pencil icon allows you to come in and edit information. So if I needed to add a phone number for the customer or anything else, like add an email address or enter in any custom fields you might have entered for marketing purposes, then you can go into the account and add that information. Otherwise, it just gives you quick access to the base information for his account, including any custom fields you filled in. But also, if you click on stats, it's going to show you just a brief breakdown of his account. Go ahead and use the back arrow, and you can click right here to pull up the address information. So if there's anything about this location, we can document that here. Next up, you see this little blue bar. It's going to be blue if this is an estimate. It's going to be green if this is a work order, and it's going to be pink if this is an invoice. So the color of this bar indicates the status of this order. And you can see you can scroll side to side to give you access to more information. So print, email, take pictures, capture a signature. Go ahead and make a copy of this. You can reschedule it. You can see the history and etc. right there. Scroll down just a little further and order notes. Anything that you type here will be customer visible. So this is a great spot for any special agreements or arrangements. You have with the client. Now, let's go ahead and imagine that we've finished with the estimate, and it's time to make this a work order. So we gave the customer a bid, and we said, we're going to charge this much for this service, this much for that service, and the customer likes the price. So then we can click right there on that little pencil icon, and this is where you can change your document status. So you can change estimates to work orders to invoice, or if something's not going to move forward at all, you can switch it to the voided stage. So I'm going to go ahead and say that we're going to move this to a work order. The customer liked our price. So click the checkbox to save, and now you can see it's turned from blue to green. We're in the work order stage. Now, if you were on your way out to this customer site, so let's go ahead and back up real quick and just do a little role playing. And let's say that we've finished with our work before and we're on our way out to this customer site. We want to let them know that we're coming. So go ahead and click on their job, and here you can call or text the customer right from your phone. So if you click, like for example, the text button, here you can choose whether or not this wants to go through ServiceMonster or go straight from your phone. And if it goes straight from your phone, it's going to show your personal phone number. So using a text via ServiceMonster is going to show the company's phone number. Down below, go ahead and choose any pre-made text messages you may have made, or you can just go ahead and start typing in your own information right off the bat and enter in your own custom message. And then click that little paper airplane, and that's going to send that text out. I'm going to go ahead and discard it since there's nobody to notify. This is just a test customer. Down below, you have your tech notes. Those are what we entered when we were booking the job. And then under account note, you'll see anything about this customer that you've entered in when you were creating them. And then again, the order notes are all right here. This is what's going to be customer visible. And you may ask yourself, why so many note fields? Well, basically, the tech note and the order note are about this work. This is private for your eyes only. This is for the customer to see. And the account note is just general notes about the customer themselves, independent of the location or the job. Scroll a little further, and here you can see your order status. So let's go ahead and imagine that you just got on the client's location. So as soon as you get on site, click here to start the check-in. That's going to start the clock running. You can see the time elapsed compared to how long we think this job should take. Now scroll down and we can go ahead and click on the order itself, and then we can start documenting our work. So here you can see the services we're going to perform. And we also can document where you perform those services, and take any notes or any pictures to document any heavily soiled or damaged areas. So it's good for your peace of mind and your protection to create lots of notes. Plus we can use service items to help make your billing easier as well. Now let's go ahead and show you how to create one. So these are the services that you're going to be charging for. And let's go ahead and imagine that this one right here, this $150 service, you charge to clean, let's say, a roof or a living room or something. It's a fixed fee. It doesn't matter how big the area is, you charge $150 to do it. So let's go ahead and create a service item to document where you do that $150 service. Click on Add Service Item, and you can go ahead and give it a name. So let's say that we were cleaning a living room, and that living room has the $150 fee. Under dimensions, if you wanted to, you could put in the size of that living room. So let's say it's 23 by 22 feet. So you're doing 506 square feet total, but you're not charging by the square foot. You're just charging for one room. So change your quantity to 1. Come down below and enter any notes about this room. Heavy soiled areas. Maybe there's some cat urine in the corner. Anything else like that you need to document. Next up, you see where you can take a photo. So you can go ahead and click on Take Photo. It's going to open up your camera, and you can take a quick picture. This is just out our window today. So go ahead and take a quick photo, and down under Image Name, you can add any notes or give this picture a label. Take as many photos as you like, or if you've taken a bunch of pictures already, you can click here on Upload Photos from Device, and you can then, add your multiple pictures and upload them all at once. Then click Check to go ahead and document that you clean this living room and save all the pictures you've created. Now come back to the line item, and we need to link this service with where we did the work. So click on the service. Now click on Plus Service Item, and let's link the two together. So here we're doing one for a $150 fee. Go ahead and click on Add Description and update the quantity. And now you can see it changed it to describe the living room. If there's a discount you're going to offer, then you can enter in the discount here. So you can choose $15 or 15% just by clicking this button. And then finally click the check to go ahead and save this information. So we can see now it's been updated to show that we cleaned the living room. It's normally $150, but they got a discount. This service right here is a service that you're charging by the square inch, the square foot, maybe the linear foot. So let's go ahead and document the work you do here too. Once again, we create a service item, and let's go ahead and imagine that this is, a driveway that you're cleaning. So we can go ahead and click on Add a Service Item, and again, give it a label. And this time we're charging by the square foot or the square inch. So let's go ahead and put in those dimensions. Let's say it's a 10-foot driveway. So you're cleaning 230 square feet. But let's go ahead and imagine that they have a broken down car in the driveway, and that car is not going to be moved. So let's go ahead and subtract, let's say 6 feet by 8 feet for a small car. So really you're cleaning 182 square feet. But also they have a little extra jaunt off the driveway. It's a little patch where they can, park their cars long term. So let's go ahead and add, so plus that little 10-foot by 10-foot section they have in addition. So just enter in your math right here. We'll keep the running total for you. Now under description, of course, put in any notes, and then take either pictures right now or you can upload pictures you took earlier. And then click the check to save the information. Now that we have it saved, let's go back to the line item. Again, this is the billable work we're doing. And let's click on the work we did. Click on service item and show it to the area we did it. And now check to link the two together. And again, update description and quantity. And now you can see we did the driveway at 282 square feet at 54 cents a square foot is a $152 bill. And just as before, you can enter a discount if applicable and go ahead and click on that checkbox to save your information. And of course, add additional line items as necessary. Go ahead and document all your work and link your services to your line items to make your billing that much easier. And now let's go ahead and imagine that we're all done with this. It's time to close out this order and get paid and move on to your next job. So you've created all your line items, you've created all your service items. Let's go ahead and close this order out. Come back and look at the job screen, and let's go ahead and click right here on the completion wizard. The completion wizard is going to give you a step-by-step checkout procedure. So the first step is invoice overview. It has you take a look and make sure you've billed for everything properly. And if so, then you're going to click, OK, I'm ready to sign. Hand the phone to your customer. They can take a look and see a quick breakdown of what their invoice is going to look like. Here's your logo, here's your company information, and here's the items that you're billing for. Now the customer is going to go ahead and hit sign, and at this point your phone is automatically going to rotate. I can't make my software rotate here, but then your customer can enter in their signature. And then when they're done, it rotates back. So when you get the signature, it actually creates a tiny picture. So just drag that picture onto the signature line so it looks natural and click upload. And now we have a signed invoice. And if you hit the back arrow, you can see we're 10% done in the process. We collected the signature already. Next up, capture images. If you haven't already taken pictures, it's going to give you a reminder to take lots of photos. Next up, check out of job. Let the clock stop to know we're complete. After that, convert order to invoice means we're done with all the work. We know our billing is all correct, so we can switch this from a work order to an invoice, so it's time to get paid. Since we already collected the signature, we can come down to apply payment and just choose how this customer paid you. So you can choose here and cash, check, Visa, MasterCard. If you do use Authorize.net or Stripe, you could run your credit cards at this point. If you're using anyone else to process your credit cards, just run your credit card as normal and just come in here and say that you got paid by Visa. That's fine. Just let ServiceMonster know that you did get paid. And then click the check to save your payment. Scroll a little further, you'll see where we can email the customer a copy of their invoice. It's automatically attached, so down here you can just start typing out your thank you message, or if you're using our pre-made templates, then you can come up here and choose your thank you invoice paid if you've went in and personalized your template. So just select it. You can see it automatically puts in the email down here, and click check, and it's on its way. Then finally, the last step, mark the job as complete, and that means you're finished with everything and Elvis has left the building. We've got the payment, we've closed it out, we've emailed. Now you're just going to be getting in the truck and heading out to your next job. So that's how easy it is to work with a job from start to finish. Let's go ahead and transition really quick back to the home page. So here on the home page, we have a lot of options available for you. You may be asking, if you have somebody in front of you and you just need to create a quick account for them. So maybe this is somebody casually you've bumped into, they're interested in your business, and you want to create some documentation. We can follow up on it later. So click right here on the new account button, and right here you can just fill in the information. Let's go ahead and say that this is Tom. Oops. And go ahead and go over to last name, and we'll say it's Tom Jones. Is this a business or a commercial customer? If it's commercial, you're going to see where you have to enter in the company name. Over here is where you can enter in the phone number. This right here is for text messaging. If the customer does not want to get text messages, leave it blank. If you click it to blue, that means we can send them text messages. Under email, then we can go ahead and enter his email address, and then enter any notes about this customer. Add default site. This is where you're going to enter in his address. So just type it in. You'll see your options down below. If you don't see the address, just keep typing it in until you see the drop-down corrected. Then select it. Under notes, these are notes about this location. And then if there's a site contact, you can go ahead and enter it here. This could be a tenant, or maybe it's a property manager, building manager, etc. Who is it that you're going to talk to at this location? And click the checkbox to save it. Now you can see we've entered in the address. Scroll a little further, and this is where you can choose your account type. So we recommend just choosing like customer or prospect for custom people who are actually customers, or people who you might have to win over. Under account subtype, this is where you can come in and create specific types of customers. So like, let's say for example, this person is a property manager. Well, property managers are great clients to have. You might want to send them special thank yous, special promotions, 30% off the next commercial property you throw my way. So by documenting your customer types, we can more easily market to them later. Under lead campaign source, ask how they heard about you. If it's an account referral, you can select the account here. If it's one of your campaigns, then you can go ahead and type it in here. So like, let's say they saw you on Facebook. So we can type in Facebook. And if it doesn't match, then we can go ahead and click on the plus here, and we can add it for future customers. So now the next customer who calls in will be able to have Facebook as an option. And then at the very bottom is where you can choose any payment terms you have with this customer and their tax rate. And go ahead and click check. And that's how easy it is to create a new customer. We can always come back in and edit the account later. We can add orders and stuff like that, but that's how easy it would be to create a quick contact. Leads. If you've been through our sales training, then we're going to show you how to come in here and take a look at your sales pipelines, any customers that you might need to win over. Now, depending on your level of service or whether or not you're a corporate client of ours, some of these options, like for example, the lead system may or may not be available. So if you are on one of our premium services and you need to go through a sales training where we can show you how to work with your leads, then by all means, give us a call and let's get you through some leads training. Next up is how to create a new order. So you might have a customer on the phone and they just want you to create a quick estimate for them. Maybe it's just a phone quote where they're calling around to get a quick price and then they're going to call your next competitor and shop around. Well, we can go ahead and create a new quick order for that, in fact, a new estimate, and just let it sit there in case the customer does call back. So up here at the top, you can see add an account. Go ahead and click on it. And this is where you're going to be searching through your existing or entering a new. So once you type in, go ahead and search through your existing customers. And then we can go ahead and select it here. Under order notes, these are notes about this order itself. And please forgive my bad typing there. And here's where you're going to choose, is this an estimate or a work order for this customer? So are you talking to the customer or are you going to go right to the doing stage? Let's imagine that Smithco is just calling real quick to find out how much you charge to do a service. So enter in the name, enter in any quick notes, and then here we can enter in any line items that we talked to the customer about. So let's say that they were looking for a chimney inspection. We can go ahead and add it here. Or, of course, you can use the multi-add to choose multiple services. Now that you have everything entered in, you can go ahead and click check. And we've just created a quick order for that customer. So if they're phone shopping and they call back and say, you know, you had the best price, then you've already got everything documented. We can just go into that estimate, turn it into a work order, put it on the schedule, and we're good to go. Next up is recent activity. This is going to show you what you've been working on lately. So across the top, you'll see your customers broken down here by, their initials with their name underneath, or scrolling up and down, you can see what you were actually doing. So you can see that I took a payment, you can see that I sent an email, you can see, every step along the way as you're doing your day. Under My Activities, this is where you can create or check your non-billable tasks. So if you wanted to remind yourself you have a doctor's appointment next Friday, so don't book any other appointments, then we can do that here. Just click on the plus, and up at the top, you're going to choose the date. So let's choose next Friday. And then as I showed you before, you're going to choose what time it is. So we'll say that this is going to be at 10:30 in the morning. Under subject, give it a name. So we'll say this is a doctor's appointment. And then enter in any notes about this appointment. Status, you can choose, complete or pending. If this is a high or low priority, you can choose it right here. Now, under type, note, call, and mail, these are simple labels that just let you know that you've created this issue. Task, this is actually going to more easily show up on the technician app for your field staff. So if you do need to let a technician know and to see this on their schedule, then you can go ahead and assign it as a task. And then choose which employees this applies to. And choose whether or not you want to show it on the schedule, how long it should take, if you do put it on a schedule, and which route should you put it on. Then click check. And now you've just created a quick documentation that the North team has a doctor's appointment next Friday, so let's not schedule any work for them. And then last up is the settings. So here in the settings, you can see your company default information. You can modify or add products and services. So you can add to your price list. You can choose or modify your tax rates. You can come in here and create or modify any SMS templates. SMS is your text messaging. So by all means, you can be very versatile in here. Let's say, for example, you wanted to create a quick message to let your customer know that you're on your way. So you can click on the plus here and we can give it a name, On My Way. Down below under description, you can start typing in the message that you want to send. But we're going to click here on the data tags to add in automatic fill-in information. So anything that says ACCT, that's going to automatically fill in from the customer's account. Scroll a little further and you're going to see where it says company. And that is going to automatically fill in information from your company section. Job is going to automatically put in the day and time of the week that we have them scheduled. Scroll a little further and we can see the order due date and the financial information about the order. And then under site, this is the address that you're going to be going to. So you can just start typing in your own message. And like, let's say, for example, hi, and then click on the drop down and let's say account first name. So it's going to automatically say hi Bruce or hi Bob or hi Tom. Just click on the plus and you can see we add it in there. So this is, and then we can choose company name. Oops, overshot it a little bit. Select it and then click on the plus to add it to the field. So hi Tom, this is, test company, letting you know about your appointment for tomorrow. And then we can choose job start date at job start time to enter in the time and day we have them. So that's automatically going to put in like November 28th at 10 a.m. So choose from these fields here, make your own custom personal message. Once you create this template, you're never going to have to change it. You can just easily go into a customer's account, click that text message button, select this template, click send, and now your customer is reminded they have an appointment tomorrow. So don't be afraid to be very versatile with your SMS templates. If you need any help with them, by all means, give us a call. Custom account fields, this is where you can go in and create your own profile information to track on your clients. So anything you enter in here, we can then have on the customer's account screen and keep track of, are they a rental home? What type of roof they have? Do they have pets? If so, what's that pet's name? These are all great things that give you, great customer service, but also we can turn into marketing down the road by being able to say, I know that you have a tile roof and you can get really heavy mold this time of year, so why don't you give me a call for a quick touch-up cleaning? So by keeping track of that kind of information, you can create some really powerful marketing material. And then finally at the very bottom is contact us. So if you do need some assistance, here's what hours we're in the shop. Feel free to give us a call. Again, my name is Michael. My partner is Adam. We are your trainers here, so give us a call whenever you're stuck. We're more than happy to help. I do have a separate mobile training for your technicians. They have a much more restricted view. So if you'd like to learn about the technician view, please check out that video as well. Thank you for choosing ServiceMonster and give us a call if you have any questions. Our amazing support staff is standing by.